Well, good morning, everyone. How is everyone this fine Wednesday morning? I hope everybody is getting prepared for Christmas. I'm sure there's quite a bit of last minute Christmas shopping and running about. At least I would think there would be. Good morning, Alex.
Morning, Sam.
You've got all your Christmas shopping done?
Done, and done.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. Well, are we losing you there?
Oh, it's TikTok. It's TikTok. The last one showed up in the mail this morning.
Oh, isn't that nice? Nice feeling to have that done, right?
Yes, sir.
Yep, for sure. All right, let's see. I think, I spoke with James today. He's actually going to be joining us, I think.
Okay.
And I haven't heard from Dave, but I'm assuming that he's going to be here, unless he's still traveling.
Oh, well, look what the cat drug in.
Who, Dave? Is it Dave? We got them both? Holy smokes. It must be Christmas. It's a Christmas miracle.
It's a full house today.
What's that?
It's a full house today.
It's a full house. It is. Good morning, James.
Good morning, sir.
I am assuming that you're still out on the road.
I am. I am in I don't know if I should call it the great state, but I'm in Arkansas.
Oh, interesting. What's the weather like out there?
It's pronounced Arkansas.
Chilly, clear skies. It's not bad. It was a little cold overnight, but hey, I'll take it.
There you go. Exactly. Well, I'm glad both of you guys made it with us today. Glad you are here. Dave, now, are you still traveling or are you back home?
I am back home, thank God. Podcasting will wear you out in a heartbeat.
Isn't that the truth?
I am in.
Isn't that the truth? All right, well, let me say some good mornings here. Let's see who we got joining us this morning so far. Oh, and by the way, today I did not, every week on Saturday, I scheduled the TikTok lives on TikTok, saying that we're doing a live from 9 to 10:15, Monday through Friday. I do it, you have to do 5 separate entries. Today, I didn't do it for today. I wanted to see if that makes a difference on the algorithm. So it probably won't. I don't know. I'm just trying whatever I can. I don't know what the heck's going on with TikTok.
Yeah. There's no rhyme or reason. I go into some other political deals, and there's thousands of people carrying in there. But when you can't find us, it makes things a little harder.
We must have pissed somebody off somewhere, I guess. I don't know. Well, let's see.
With or without James, TikTok does not like us.
If we started screaming at each other and insulting each other and calling each other slurs and names, I guarantee the room would be filled up like that.
Yeah, probably.
I can help you with that.
I know you can, James. We know you can. Oh, nice. All right, let's see here. Cindy Hayden, 59, is here. Rick Sr. Good morning, Rick. Lee is here. PJ Party Peggy. Hump Day Happiness, she said. Gary Murphy, Mary Lise Brown, Wendy. Happy Hump Day to you as well. Jess Perry, 16, said, last minute, I thought I was early if I wasn't shopping the week of. Exactly. My sister, the one who's still with us, she has historically done most of her Christmas shopping for the next year, the year before. You talked about getting a jump on it. Now as she's aged, she hasn't been quite as, I would say, committed to that time schedule. But boy, talk about organization. She's got it down. Gigi20 is here. Good morning, Gigi. Joy is here. Andrea Lynn. Good morning, Andrea. Vicky Veronica is here. And Magic showed up. Kathleen Garcia. PJ Party said, you're in trouble, James. Geez, so what else is new, right? Doug Rice is here. Christy B. from Hayesville, Kansas. Nurse, Grand Rising to you as well. D. Kevin Kiesler. Brian Yeager. Holy smokes, everybody's piling in. Lisa Maria. Good morning, Lisa. Oh, let's see. Towie Bixby's here. Wendy Benji, 1959. Big Ben. He said, laugh out loud, James. Isn't that the truth? Hits is here. Good morning, Hitesh. Wendy, 21. Good morning to you as well. Oh my goodness. Full Mental Jacket is here. Hey, Mental, glad you can make it, brother. Oh, shoot, I forgot to set up this chat over here. Hold on. Oh, I almost forgot about that. D said, it's nice to have everyone back again. Isn't that the truth, D? Laura McRae is here as well. And Nut, hey, Nut. Robert McCarskey's here over on YouTube. David Morales joining us on YouTube from the UK. And Earl Shannon saying, good morning, gang, from the cold, white, smoky hills of Minnesota. Excellent. Hey, Deb S. just showed up. Hey, Deb. All right. Well, let's see here. Alex, what do you think? We got some indices for us this morning.
Reporting for duty, sir. Welcome in, everybody, on this December 10th, 2025. It's Wednesday. Just making sure I get that straight out the gate.
So, guys, David James yesterday, apparently Alex must have said the wrong date. I didn't catch it. But, oh, my gosh, everyone in the chat was just all over him about it. And I'm so glad to see that it's not just me who makes mistakes.
He was off.
I didn't make any mistakes. Prove it. S&P 500 up 4 points to 6,844. The Dow is up 203 points to 47,764. The NASDAQ, however, is down 51 points, 23,524. Commodities market overnight at 140 this morning. Silver hit over $62, wow, but currently sitting at 61.79. Still up there, folks. Still up there. Looking at the gold market overnight, we were at 42.40. Currently sitting down $4 at 4,231. Crude oil down 12 cents at $58.13 a barrel. Looking at the crypto markets. Let me refresh here. Down to down to down, 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 and down. Bitcoin down 2% to $92,211. XRP down almost 5% at 4.65% at $2.07. Ethereum down 0.3% at 3,355. Stellar Lumen XLM is down 2.7% at 25 cents. Cardano down 2.6% at 46 cents. It's a strange market today. Some ups, some downs. Crypto's down, but the markets are up. But gold's down and silver's up. Like I don't know. It's Wednesday, Hump Day, Trump Day. As far as posts go, let me pull that up real quick. I lost my page, but today, interesting. Okay, but today, one notable that I will, maybe two, I'll read, but post 2,573, December 10th, 2018, and I quote, "The times are too grave, the challenge too urgent, and the stakes too high to permit the customary passions of political debate. We are not here to curse the darkness, but to light the candle that can guide us through that darkness to a safe and sane future." John F. Kennedy.
Ooh, that's a mic drop. Thank you, Alex. Excellent. Let's see here. John Langlois is here. Jan Lovin being grandma just showed up. Hey, Jan. Brian Dellett is here as well. Hey, everybody. So Brian.Dellett.1 is a personal friend of mine. He is a veteran. He's doing a lot of good work for veterans, and we want to bring him on the show, but we have to get him up to 250 followers. So please go to Brian.Dellett.1 and follow him if you would. We need to get that up because I want to bring him on the show soon.
Let's see. And if he does come on the show, just so you know, Sam, I saw a video this morning. That dude likes to dance.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, look at Mary Lee Brown just sent us. That was cute. So Virgo 47 just showed up. Good morning, Virgo. Well, look at this. It's Wendy's birthday today. Well, happy birthday, Wendy. Now, I would sing if I had a better voice, but suffice it to say that you don't want me singing. But happy birthday, Wendy. Glad you're here. Happy birthday to you. Lace and Steel is here. John Langlois said, everyone is up. Yep, we're all here today, John. Exactly. Oh, that's right. Kathleen Garcia said, somebody goes to court in 2 days. Get your popcorn. Which one are you talking about? James?
Hello.
Exactly. Tanya Moonsheimer is here. Good morning, Tanya. Oh, Benny,
they dropped the charge. They dropped the charges on that, just so you remember.
Oh, good.
Exactly. Oh, God.
A few moments later.
There you go.
Kathleen Paschke's here over on Facebook. Hey, Kathleen, Earl Shannon over on YouTube said, watch XRP. It's going to jump and jump high. Silver will hit $100 an ounce. So, James, our XRP will be well worth the wait. There we go. That's what we like to hear. Oh, my gosh. Rick Sr. said, I saw that video too, Alex. Exactly. Oh, look at all the Wendy, everybody wishing Wendy a happy birthday. How sweet. How sweet. All right, let's see here. Hey, Kissing Bandit Lipstick just showed up. Good morning, Bandit. Glad you could make it. All right, let's see. Dave, do we have a report today, sir?
I absolutely do. Hope everybody's Wednesday is going great. It's a little windy here in the Midwest. We've got we had 60 to 70 mile an hour winds last night. Happy that the temperature got up to like 38 degrees to freeze down the snow a little, melt the snow down just a little bit. Otherwise, we'd have drifts everywhere, and it melted actually quite a bit. So, yeah, corn is down 2 to 3 across the board. Soybeans up a penny. Wheat is down 6 to 8. Cattle is up 0.75%, and hogs across the board are mainly even. Had some announcement today, brand new stuff. I think they just got off the live about 45 minutes to an hour ago. RFK Jr. and Brooke Rollins unveil a $700 million farm-focused pilot program, mainly based on regenerative farming. So no-till and all kinds of stuff. So good to see. It's pushed across the board. It's protecting our soil health and the food that's coming off of it. So
excellent.
Exciting news there. That's what the conference was I went to in Cedar Falls, Iowa. A lot of soil health and stuff like that.
Was Pat there by any chance?
Pat was not there. Nope. I had told him about it. I think I told him about it in the past. Give him a heads up on that, but he was not there.
Interesting. Well, I'm going to have a little talk with that young man.
That's
excellent.
Right.
Thanks, Dave. All right. Let's see here. Benji 1959 said, awesome. Hey, Martin's WB just showed up. Good morning, Martin. Glad you can make it, brother. All right, James, you are up next, sir.
Well, that's good. Welcome in, everybody. Hey, I just got to tell you, you guys give me a lot of shit about XRP, and I know we all own it and we're all gunning for it, but I have more people ask me about XRP when I wear this shirt and this hat. It's kind of fun. I should be on the affiliate marketing program for XRP, I'm just saying. Exactly. And Alex, by the way, you were 3 days off. It was not March 12th or not December 12th. It was December 9th yesterday. I just happened to catch that.
I think I got the month 12, 9, yeah. 9, 12. Like, hey, mister.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. So today we're going to talk about the package of investigations about the carrier Harry S. Truman on the loss of 3 FAA-18s, Super Hornets, and a collision with a merchant vessel on 4 separate mishaps on the last deployment in the Middle East. It's raising questions about training gaps and sailors' lack of focus and professionalism when fulfilling their duties. The usual culprits: fatigue, stress, intense tempo of combat operations, unmanned and unit culture. Buried in the report, and you're going to like this, Sam, the arrival of readily accessible Wi-Fi on a United States aircraft carrier.
Nice.
Which we know reduces the commitment of professional excellence. Wi-Fi on board is made possible by none other than Starlink. Wi-Fi better connects sailors to their family's home life and raises morale. But you and everybody knows, if you have the capability to access your internet while you're operating a vehicle, landing aircraft, trying to catch aircraft, trying to send aircraft out, you're going to be looking at your phone, seeing, who your wife's cheating with. I mean, whatever.
Oh, come on now, James. Excellent. Well, thank you, James. Are
Yes,
you done there?
It is pointless to resist, my son.
Was that it, James?
Wow. Yes, sir.
Oh, excellent report as always. Thank you. Hey, Sassy Minnesota girl just showed up. Good morning, Sassy. I'm married to Bob just came in. Good morning, Bob. Or I should say married to Bob. So I don't know what her first name is. It's got to be a woman, right? Well, I guess it could be a man. I don't know. Pure blood Holly Johns. Good morning. I just put my foot in my mouth, didn't I? Exactly. Oh, well, not surprising. Glenn is here. Good morning, Glenn. All right, so let's see here. Let's jump into some stories. First up, we have Microsoft. Now, there's been a lot of AI talk, right? I mean, oh, Nurse, thank you for all the gifts for all of us. That's so sweet. There's been so much talk about AI in the narrative. Microsoft is now going to invest over $17 billion into India for artificial intelligence. Alex, I mean, what are we seeing here, man? It just seems like there's all kinds of stuff happening with AI.
What the hell is he sending the money to India for?
Exactly.
I mean, let's keep it here. Look, we talked about it yesterday. The curve of technology over time. We are here over the last 30, 40 years, and it's about to do this. Let's hope that we don't go like this and it turns into Skynet and Schwarzenegger, running around the streets nude saying I'll be back. Skynet, folks, it could be real. It's interesting. We're just going to have to hold on and see where it all goes.
Right. So I'm married to Bob said, I'm a man. It's Bob. I just lost my wife in October. Oh gosh, Bob, I'm so sorry. I had no idea. I didn't know what to make of your screen name, but I'm glad you clarified that. And our deepest condolences to you and your family. Just so sorry to hear that. Dave, what do you think about this AI stuff?
Well, they're not the only ones that Microsoft isn't the only ones to step up the deal. Amazon and Google. Amazon invested 35 billion, and Google did 15 billion. We're still in bilateral. They're stepping up the talks with India on a bilateral trade deal. So I think if it hasn't been done already, it will be. And I think there'll be a lot of more phone calls. Welcome to 7-Eleven. So we'll see what that all is.
Oh, Dave, you're going to put your foot in your mouth just like I did.
Yeah.
James?
Yeah.
Well, this new company is called Hyderabad. It launches sovereign public and private clouds. It's actually 17.5 billion. It's the largest investment into Asia, and that'll be over the next 4 years. It builds hyperscale data centers. It's going to give skilled training to 20 million, of which 5.6 million already exist. This will be the Indian training will be done by 2030, and it answers AI first and digital ambitions. It's to go live mid 2026.
Wow, they're sure. I mean, all of this stuff when it comes to AI or all of these other investments in the U.S., there's no way this happened in a less than a year's time. This stuff has been planned for a while, in my opinion. I can only imagine. It's almost like India, China, North Korea, Russia, and the U.S. are working together. Interesting perspective. Very interesting. So,
and a certain Arabian prince, just gonna throw that out.
Exactly. That's the big one too. So the title of the dispatch this morning was "Silver Taking Off Like a Rocket." Now, I had said that we had broken a $61 ceiling, and then Alex corrected me after I uploaded the dispatch.
I didn't correct.
Or informed me.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I didn't realize it had reached over $62 an ounce. I mean, James, what do you think? Is this going to play heck with the stock market as well?
No, I think it leaves investors asking whether it's going to be $75, if it's going to be $100, and it could be next. There's five primary things that are driving silver. The industrial demand. And just to give you an idea about the industrial demand, solar panels can consume about 20% of all silver produced globally. Electric cars and 5G infrastructure also are big consumers. The second is supply constraints. How much is available? 3 is monetary debasement. 4 is geopolitical tensions and accelerating de-dollarization. So as our dollar deflates or dissipates to zero, silver obviously and gold will go up. And the last thing, and this is probably the biggest one, technical breakouts attract momentum players. So as things go like Nvidia and the like, you're going to see people with deep pockets saying, "I want more silver."
Yeah, exactly. Dave?
Well, it comes down to supply and demand. With silver being as cheap as it wasn't the important one. But as that ranks up, the more we're going to catch up to it. But like he says, it's we just talked about an expansion of AI in the United States and obviously India now. They're going to need silver across the board. There's going to be 62 more nuclear plants across the world coming. They use a lot of silver also. So if you were to invest a year ago in silver and gold, silver is out doing gold 2-to-1. So that just shows you, it's going. So pretty important.
Yeah, exactly. Hokey Gigi just showed up. Charlie, thank you for the manifesting. And Wendy J is here as well. Alex, before I forget, I got a bunch of messages yesterday. Apparently, our YouTube feed cut off after 15 minutes yesterday. Can you see if it's actually live? Check and see.
Going. So pretty important.
Yeah, exactly.
Still going.
It's still going. Okay, that's weird. I don't know what happened yesterday, but it just shut off. Sassy Minnesota girl said, "I love silver so much, I make my own colloidal silver water." Good move. Yeah, I do take colloidal silver as well. Any comments on the silver, Alex?
It is pointless to resist, my son.
I think Alex has some new buttons that he's pushing today.
I have you now.
I'm wearing all black, so it's a yes, Lord Vader day.
Yes.
So, look, if you know, the demand for silver versus the amount of silver that we are pulling out of the earth, there is a significant imbalance there. I think that as we continue to rectify our very corrupt methodology inside of large banks trading paper silver, we're going to see some things start to change. But we're not there yet.
Right.
But, a few 100 ounces of silver might be something you want to look at.
Exactly. Glenn said solar panels are taking over Illinois. Interesting. Hey, I Speak 1717 is here. Good morning, Speak. Beaver just showed up from cloudy Colorado Springs. But what a beautiful place to live, right, Beaver? I spent quite a bit of time in Colorado.
Sam, with that statement that our viewer said, I don't know who it was, said that solar panels are taking over Illinois. I get to travel quite a bit around the country, and they're everywhere. And it's sad to see because they're basically covering the ground. But the token of the entire thing is the solar energy provides more money to the person that owns the land than any crop that you could raise on it.
Wow. At this point, but I'm wondering if that's going to change significantly.
Well, they also write in the contracts that the property owner that has the solar farm on their property gets free electricity for the life of that contract. So, I mean, there's a lot of caveats and perks to it, and it's happening a lot here where I'm at. You see vast swaths of acreage that is being tilled up, turned over, trenched out, and turned into solar. People are selling or buying land simply to put only. And the frustrating thing about it going on here in Kansas is none of that power stays in Kansas. It's all being sold down to Texas. But the modular nuclear, hopefully shuts all that, to quote James, shut that shit down.
Exactly.
So remember, the Trump administration also passed a law that if it's somewhat useless land, then they can put solar panels out there. But if it's ag and all that, they're at a certain point it's cut off.
Good. Good.
Sounds
Yeah,
like a
more
good
wisdom.
place to grow some. It sounds like an excellent place since mushrooms like a dark psychedelic mushroom farm underneath all this.
When you said to grow something, I thought you were going in a different direction with that. Virgo 47, thank you for the snow globe. That was really sweet. So I had a question in here. It was from
Gigi, I think, right?
Yeah, Gigi. Let me see where it is. I lost it here. Gigi
Thinking
had
she said,
Gigi asked where we could buy silver.
right. So what it is, Gigi, I do not have a affiliate program set up yet with the gold and silver company, but I can tell you where I buy my silver from and my gold. It's a place called SD Bullion. That's Sugar David Bullion. They have never done anything other than treat me well. Alex, apparently you have another suggestion.
I do, and I'm not affiliated with them. I do business with them because they're literally one state below me out of Oklahoma. It's APMEX, APMEX. Amazing customer service. I've found their prices, and they have a user interface back end that allows you to track your investment. So if you've bought from them, you can add and remove pieces that you have, and it will show you over time what your investment was, how much it's gone up. And they also buy back. And so the buyback process, if you decided to drop a couple pieces in a box and send it back to them, they give you a quote, they let you know. So my experience with APMEX has been really, really, really good. And again,
Excellent.
I'm not paid by them. This is not financial advice. Buy it on the TikTok shop, ladies and gentlemen. We love the TikTok shop.
Exactly. I'm going to have to get an affiliate with some gold and silver. I like SD Bullion. Maybe I'll reach out to them.
Pointless to resist, my son.
Hey, Skippy's here. Skippy said, James, make it happen. Exactly. I think he's talking about XRP. Not surprising at all. Let's see here. Virgo 47, thank you for the snow globe. That was really quick. Really sweet. I Speak 1717 said I bought from them. APMEX is a good place to buy precious metals and foreign currency. Excellent. Good. Maybe I should reach out to them. Tim Shaw said Goldco does affiliate, Sam. That's who I went through. Oh, interesting. Okay, maybe you could send me a link to them, Tim. I can look into them. All right, let's see here. Hey, Wildlife Fan just showed up. Good morning, Wildlife Fan. Katie Cat's here. Good morning, Katie. Squiggly77 said XRP will rule the world. Oh my gosh, talk about a little bit of a reach. But since we're talking about cryptocurrency, Michael Saylor, the CEO of Strategy, was on an interview, and he said that all major U.S. banks have contacted him for Bitcoin advice. Not surprising. James, what do you make of it?
Well, they're citing regulatory changes in crypto, shift in banking, institutional adoption, and Bitcoin-backed credit lines. So this is unfamiliar territory for a lot of banks, including Navy Federal Credit Union, which is where I bank, because I question them on a monthly basis, and they still to this day swear we know nothing about it. But the train is going to come and go, and banks are going to they have to. But the one thing that I caution everybody on, if you don't hold it, you don't own it. So, and that's my only advice. And it gives the banks a little bit more control over what you have and what you own. And that's why I'll probably never affiliate crypto with my bank.
Well, and that's a really good point. And as I teach those who have hired me to help them with cryptocurrency, I use something called a Trezor. And I do have an affiliate program with Trezor. So if you're looking to buy a cold wallet, send me a message and I'll send you the link. Dave?
Well, here we are again talking about banks, wondering about Bitcoin and crypto across the board. So like I said, if the train's coming, jump on it. It's a long train, but it's coming. Every week we talk about another one taking and absorbing it and going forward.
Right.
So, fun to see.
And I just saw Alex raising up his cold wallet. So I'm not saying Trezor's the only one to use. I'm just saying that's the one I use. I know that James uses Arculus. Alex uses, oh God, I forgot the name of it, Alex.
Ledger,
right. So, I mean, there's a lot of different cold wallets out there that are good stuff. And there's James's Arculus. There you go. Exactly. So again, I would highly suggest that you move your crypto onto a cold wallet, but that's just my opinion. Virgo47 said, "You're so welcome. I finally got my account fixed last night." Oh, don't tell me they banned you or something or suspended you. I didn't know that, Virgo. Wildlife fan said, "Sorry I'm late. I fell on the ice in the snow." Oh no. I hope you're okay, Wildlife. I hope that there was no damage done. Well, nothing that you can't overcome. Alex, any comments on Sailor?
Let's go. I'm ready. Let's keep making those announcements. Let's keep the train moving forward. It's about to leave the station, ladies and gentlemen. 2026 is going to be a good year.
Yep. James, you want to say something?
Oh, I'm totally on board with that.
Really, I would have never guessed with XRP on your T-shirt and your hat.
Well, and I've got the coin. I carry it for. I don't know if it's good luck. It's surprising how many people actually ask about it. They say they've seen it, and they quiz me on it, and I just say, it's the way of the world. It's the way everything is going. And I said, it's something that you want to put a little bit of time in and study. And if you haven't, you should.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's bad luck. I think it's working reversing. You should just throw it out the window.
Squiggly77 said, "Ella Paul X card is great." I'm not familiar with that one, Squiggly, but thank you for the advice. Katie Cat said we bought Arculus. There you go. Yeah. Virgo47 said no, she couldn't purchase coins, but got it fixed. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, okay, cool. Well, I'm glad. I'm telling you, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on with TikTok right now. I don't know what the hell's going on, but I get warnings. Anyway, I'm just glad you're back. Okay, so sponsor time. Is it sponsor time? Yes, it is.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so everybody, we're doing the sponsors a little different this time.
Don't put it on. Oh, I thought Interstate was about put it on screen. Don't put it on screen.
Yeah, so we're not putting the links on screen anymore because TikTok doesn't seem to like that for some reason. So what we are doing is we're pointing everybody to samshalhoub.com, and on my webpage, you'll find a button for MyPillow. Go to mypillow.com, or you can go to my website, click on that link, use the code SAM, and you'll get up to 80% off. Also, Neil Naturopathic, go to my website, click on the link, use the code SAM20, SAM20, and you'll get a 20% discount on your order. And then, of course, Dr. Peter Glidden. Dr. Glidden's with us every Friday, and he is a wealth of information when it comes to health and wellness. If you go to my website, click on his button, use the code SAM, you'll get a 30% discount. And then our latest and greatest sponsor is Best Line Racing. They have fuel and oil additives. There is a whole litany of products that they offer. And if you use the code SAM, you'll get a discount on anything that you purchase for them. And Perry is going to be coming back on with us probably next week. And he's got another offer for everybody because a lot of you took him up on that offer of the 50% discount, which he's basically giving it away for free. So anyway, go to samshalhoub.com, hit the Best Line Racing, and you can buy Best Line's top of the line products. Brian said, "James, is that a selfie of Pelosi?" Exactly. I Speak 1717 said, "That looked like my ex-wife." Ouch. That's gotta hurt. All right, so let's move on. So a federal judge ordered the release of the old Ghislaine Maxwell files about Jeffrey Epstein. Now, Dave, Epstein just isn't going away. What do you make of this?
Well, it's interesting. I think they're getting their ducks in a row, even though I think they have a majority of the stuff. What he was related to and who is behind him, because they don't know where he got all his money. So obviously it came illegally somehow.
They know how they got it. They just haven't released it yet.
Who was behind him?
Yeah, exactly. Very good.
We'll see
very
what
good
happens.
Question. Alex?
I think that Superman has landed in the crater. He's picked up Lois Lane, and he's about to fly backwards to roll back the disaster of the Epstein files. Super interesting. I don't know how many people remember back in the 80s, the Nebraska debacle with the same exact type of the same exact type of activity going on. Does anybody remember that back in the 80s? Do a little Googling on those type of rings in the 80s and where they happened and the people that were involved. This isn't new. This has gone on for a very long time. They catch you doing something dumb and then they got you. And I think when the current story unfolds, everybody really wants Orange Man to be bad, but maybe Orange Man peels open his shirt and we see a great big T, you know? I don't know.
Exactly. James?
Well, the troubling part of all this is Ghislaine Maxwell is preparing I guess, a request to President Trump to commute her 20-year sentence for, and I that's not going to happen in a snowball's chance in hell.
Yeah.
Well, and I think a lot, and this is just my personal opinion, I think some of the people that are front and center have already made deals. So it wouldn't surprise me if certain people received immunity in exchange for ratting out the people above them. Now, who that is and whether or not we're going to see it, well, we'll have to wait and see. But one that comes to mind that is a stark representation of what I just said is Hunter Biden. That dude flipped a long time ago. And I'm sure that he blew the whistle on pretty much everybody that Biden was associated with.
Did he flip before or after he forgot his little baggie at the White House?
Well before. Well before.
So do you guys remember all the victims standing outside the Senate or the House there at the Capitol saying, we're going to come out with our own list and tell you exactly who's on it? They must have ran out of ink.
Yeah, exactly.
But there's a reason why they haven't came out, and the reason why is because they're gonna trap the fox in the hen house.
Well,
So
I think there's another reason, and I've heard it on Dave's show. You know, there are still several 100,000 unaccounted for little people, and I don't think that it's wise to bring out everything when those are still unaccounted for, because if you send those dogs into panic, they're going to eat their own, and then there's nobody to save, for one. For two, what we've seen judicially has not been necessarily friendly to bringing out the truth, right? You can put a hard, fast, quick, open and shut case in front of some of these judicial benches, and they're still going to throw it out. So we have to, it's a slow roll. We just have to be patient. And I know everybody's sick of hearing the words, be patient, but you can't undo 100 years of corruption in 10 months.
And also too, Alex, I'm sure part of this has to do with RICO cases. And if it does, they're not going to jeopardize further cases in the future if it is RICO. And I'm sure that's part of it as well. And again, this is just my personal opinion. All right, let's see. So President Trump, the troller in chief, was talking about the 2020 election on an interview yesterday. And he said that it's all going to come out over the next few months. He said loud and clear, because we have all the information, we have it all. Now, for him to put a timeline on it over the next few months, or over the next few months, boy, is he pointing to a specific, hey, we've got the Trump train. There it is. Benji, 1959 with the Trump train. Anyway, are we going to be seeing, for him to put a timeline on it? I find that very interesting. Alex, what do you think?
Well, I mean, yeah, he's getting to the point where he's like, all right, the train is moving, and it's time to start setting destinations and setting your watches to what's going on. Interesting caveat, the spreadsheet that we have all followed, cases filed that are sealed for the year of 2025 total 61,521.
Wow, big number. James?
Well, you know, it's an interesting thing. Is it going to be at the helm of the financial switch? Is crypto going to take off like a rocket, and then some of this stuff happens? I don't know.
Are they going to bankrupt the Fed on the way to this new monetary system. Very good.
There
point,
you go.
James.
And I'm looking more to the back end of this with the Maduro comment. So I'll wait till Dave gets done.
Okay, Dave.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's an interesting chess move. I mean, do you move? What do you move next on the board? And that's the key. I think he's ahead of the ball game on that. Obviously, it's very important for the elections to get solved. But is it the biggest fire to put out right now? You know.
Well, I think foundationally and fundamentally, the elections are number one. But like Alex said, like I've said, RICO, other cases, the jeopardizing of other cases, they're not going to do that. They're taking it letter of the law, and they're doing it one step at a time, and they're doing it the right way, in my opinion.
Yep. I agree.
And that brings us right to Maduro. And President Trump was asked about Maduro specifically. And they said, how far would you go to take him out of office? And Trump's response was, I don't want to say that, but his days are numbered. James?
Obviously. And the one thing that's interesting is the capture of the area. Both China and Russia are buddying up to Maduro and thinking that they're maybe going to get into some of this oil. But 47's talks with Maduro the other day broke down in a cell phone call, and it was all over the terms. President Trump says, we need this, and this. And Maduro said, well, I'll give you this, but not that. So Delcy Rodriguez will be the next when, if not, it's not when, not if, it's when Maduro leaves. He's still in power, but his options are narrowing.
Yep. Hey, Martini Time just joined us. Hey, Martini Time. Let's see. Who did I not get on that one? Alex?
His days are numbered. His days are numbered. Look, you can only get away with it for so long, and I think the landscape of the entire world is rising up with a single voice that enough is enough.
Yeah, 100%. Martini Time said, sorry I'm late. That's okay as long as you made it. We're just glad you're here. Dave?
No, it's coming. You know, we've talked about this. I don't think it's these little drug boats. I mean, obviously it's part of it. We don't want those coming to the United States.
Fishing boat.
That's right, fishing boats. Yeah, without hooks or bait in it. But no, there's more to this story. We just don't know it. You don't send that force down to a country that you can throw rocks at and take a majority of them out for no other reason. So there is more to this story. What it is, you can only use your imagination to think about. You know.
Exactly.
You know, Dave, to answer to your thing about the drug boats. With all that's said in the news and them saying, "Oh gosh, they did this and they shouldn't have." It's it's a war crime. You know what Pete Hegseth says? He says, "We're going to show you the videos that we have," and I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, Traveler just showed up. Traveler, where have you been? Marianne, haven't seen you in a while. Glad you're here.
Interesting point real quick about these little boats off in the middle of the big body of international water. Thank you very much. We need to get Captain Graybeard to come on and explain some things, but these boats are not flying a flag. They are not flying a flag. And when you're in international waters, if you are seeking the protection of any country, then you would fly the flag of that country. So ask yourself, with all the narrative that they're putting out there that's misinformation about, these little fishing boats, every fishing boat has got some sort of identification marker flag that puts them underneath the jurisdiction of wherever they're fishing out of. So again, fake news.
I haven't heard from Captain Graybeard in a long time. Have you talked to him recently?
It's been sporadic. He posted a video yesterday or day before with the song "Money for Nothing" playing, and he was docked off of one of the oil platforms in the coast. So he's a busy guy.
Oh yeah, for sure. Okay, so this is interesting. Dozer21 said Sidney Powell, Hugo Chavez, Venezuela selection machines. You're absolutely right. I think that has a lot to do with what's going on in Venezuela. Dozer21. Very good point. All right, moving on. if I can get my screens to cooperate here. Well, that's interesting. There we go. The U.S. regulator OCC confirmed that banks can act as an intermediary for Bitcoin and crypto transactions. Now, are we going to see a confluence of central banking being taken over by crypto? Is there going to be a merging of the two? Are we going to see an obliteration of the central banks moving towards a tokenized economy? Alex, what are your thoughts?
I think the central banking system is going to go away, and worldwide. No longer, the example that's being set right now, by going back to the way we did things without a central bank, where we're bringing in the money, we are funding innovation, we are funding this country off of the labor. We are not borrowing currency from a bank at a percentage rate that we'll never ever be able to pay back. If you understand fiat currency, if you understand central banking, I think that's going away. I don't think they're going to have a play. I think what he is doing right now is showing the world how it's supposed to have been done versus how it has been taken over. Once that takes a hold and takes effect, I think banking as a whole is going to be very different. I don't do business with banks. I have some credit unions. People know you by name. You can walk in and have a heart-to-heart conversation about what's going on and get things done. It's not the corporate BS.
Right, exactly. Dave?
Yeah, it's across the board. Things are going to change. They're cutting the fat off the banking facility. Now where it goes from there, if they keep making it lean and machine and less corrupt, exactly. That's the key.
Exactly. James?
Well, banks can function as crypto brokers, easing regulatory barriers and integrating traditional finance with digital assets. So for them to be able to loan money, they don't want to miss this boat. So I guess the problem for me is if you let a bank hold your crypto, you're not in control of it. They can fall apart, and that's why accounts are insured by FDIC. You're only insured for so much. But what happens if XRP really does go to the moon and all of a sudden it's worth millions, and you have it in the bank and then the bank fails for whatever reason? You could lose it just like that.
Right.
And that's the part that I see most people fear of. But they want to use this in the financial world for lending purposes. If you want to buy a house, you can wager your crypto, but you can do that on your own. You don't need a bank's help to do it.
Exactly. DeFi is all the way. Exactly. Traveler said, sorry, family deaths and funerals. I do remember you mentioning that, Traveler. Our deepest condolences for the loss in your family.
I feel you.
Yeah, I know you do, Alex. Let's see. Traveler said, my son had to be a pallbearer for the first time he got through it. Oh, well, I'm just glad that you guys are back. Glad you're back. All right, let's see here. That just reminded me of something when she said pallbearer. Do you guys know where the derivation of a huckleberry, what Val Kilmer said in Tombstone was, I'll be your huckleberry. But do you know what the actual derivation of what he was referring to was? Do you happen to know this? I don't know why it just crossed my mind. So it wasn't actually huckleberry, it's hucklebearer. And a person who is holding a casket, that person is called a hucklebearer. And, it evolved into Huckleberry with Val Kilmer, but that just reminded me that when she said that. Another bit of useless trivia information that I thought everybody should know about. Moving on, we had President Trump threatening tariff increases on Mexico over the Rio Grande water dispute. Dave, he was talking about U.S. farmers and this water deal. What's the deal with all that?
Yeah, it's pretty important. The 5% on it. It's under a 1944 treaty. Mexico must deliver 1.7 million acre feet of water to the U.S. with 6 tributaries every 5 years, or an average of 350,000 acre feet every year. That's about a foot average of water needed for cover 1 acre of land to a depth of 1 foot. So down in that part, all the crops, all the stuff in Texas and down through that area. It's important. It's no different than California cutting the water off to the farmers of California, and that's huge.
Yeah, exactly. James?
I used to live in El Paso, and I can verify that the Rio Grande was only 1.5 feet wide. So, you know, they're talking about a decades-old treaty, like Dave said, in 1944. 800 acre feet of water is part of this treaty. And the funny part about it is Mexico's not responding. So obviously the United States says you're ready for some emergency talks, and that they're underway as we speak. But I don't know what the resolve would be.
Actually, the president did say they'll send water to the U.S., but not immediately. So turn the heat up a little bit. Let's see what happens.
And wasn't he just saying not too long ago, a few weeks ago, about possible kinetic action into Mexico, deep into Mexico? Is it related, Alex?
Well, I'm not going to miss an opportunity to correct Interstate Inmate. He said 1.5 feet deep. I too have lived in El Paso. He said 1.5 feet wide. I think he meant 1.5 feet deep. Sorry.
I'm your huckleberry.
Okay, one jump, Alex. One jump and you can make it across in the middle of summer.
And in the movie, it is been popularly coined as Huckleberry, but if you listen to it, he does say Hucklebearer.
He does? Oh,
Listen very carefully. Listen very carefully.
I'm your huckleberry.
I'm your Hucklebearer.
Oh, well, then it was right. Yeah.
You are absolutely right, Sam. No,
Yeah.
look, it's a classic case of FAFO. Trump says, "Hey, do it. You're either gonna do it or there's gonna be consequences, and we're gonna watch it happen."
Exactly. All right, let's move on. So, all right, we're going to be going right to you on this one, James. The
I knew it.
military ban was upheld. A federal court sided with Secretary of War Pete Hegseth in upholding his ban on transgenders in the U.S. military, striking down an activist judge. Now, I mean, I don't even know what to say about this. If somebody is having issues with identity, I don't want them defending my country. James, what do you think?
Well, it's not just defending your country; it's defending you as a fellow soldier, standing side by side. Presidential Executive Order 14183 affects tens of thousands. The United States is trying to prioritize military excellence and readiness. It prohibits transgender, non-binary, and gender non-conforming people from serving in the military. They are not consistent with the interest of national security. And my take on the entire thing is, if they're mixed up in the head and can't decide what and who they are, they shouldn't be serving the United States military.
Yeah.
Period.
100%. Dave?
Yeah, and I had talked to a buddy. He goes, what if one of your kids came to you and said they were this or that? I go, I'd take them to a psychiatrist, because that's the problem. We cannot have them defend a country. I mean, it's already stressful enough. You imagine adding that to it.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
You just can't do that.
Exactly. And the other thing, too, is once they get to a point where they're doing transition surgeries, I mean, I don't know if you guys have ever researched this, but it is an absolute cluster in terms of going from a man to a woman, and the amount of what would be the proper term, the amount of physical interaction that you have to have, or that person has to have to maintain their new, and I use the term in quotes, identity, is mind-blowing. The amount of physical therapy that they have to go through, not to mention the mental stress that they go through. It just don't see how people can not see that. Alex?
Well, if you have any, I got to be careful.
Yeah.
Hormonal therapy. Some people handle it quite well. Some people do not. I, for one, am very appreciative and thankful that I was born of the male gender, because I watched my poor wife suffer with the hormones in multiple ways, hormonal acne, the mood swings, the things that happen. I mean,
I do the same watching James.
Dozer 21. Dozer 21 said they're automatically non-deployable. Is that true, James?
Fact.
Interesting.
That's what the order says.
And Deborah said that should never be paid for by insurance either. 100%.
That's one of the struggles, Sam. That's one of the struggles with the military. The rehab and like you had said, the amount of things that they have to go to, the military shouldn't have to pay for that. Moreover, the taxpayer.
Yeah.
Good work.
Terry Dykus said, "Y'all leave James alone." Why? We're not going to leave James alone. No chance. Especially when he hasn't been here for a couple of days.
I knew it was going to be ugly today. I just knew it.
Exactly. Kathleen Garcia said, "Spanish Latin words end with an A or an O, designating male or female. What's up with all the other made up terms?" Right. Exactly. Chromosomes don't lie. I mean, that's just a fact. Now, does that mean that those people aren't suffering from a mental standpoint? No, of course they are. But to take a radical means of stabilization is just, it doesn't make sense to me. And again, I'm not attacking trans people by any stretch of the imagination. All I'm saying is that there may be other options that would be a way to improve their life other than radically changing their physical body. James?
One thing that I want to point out, you say that, and I agree with you. The one thing that we have to think about is the representation in the United States. And if you look at the previous administration's education secretary, that's a good example of what we absolutely are not.
Right. Or that one admiral or I think it's an admiral, right? That was a man and became a woman or something.
Under the Biden administration. I don't know if he's an admiral, but he was, what was she? She, I don't know.
Education secretary.
That's what it was?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I thought it was part of the military.
Is.
Oh, what?
Was.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You know, it's just as confusing as they are, right? Huh? Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding. Karen Krusek 868 said, "Good morning from Arizona. Love your show." Well, we'd love that you're here.
Oh,
Karen.
there you go. Health secretary. That's what it was.
Health secretary. That's okay.
My bad.
Squiggly 77 said, "James has been looking for land in Thailand." Exactly. I forgot all about the Thailand, sir. Where are you with that, James? Are you going to still go out and visit Thailand?
I am. After being up in Green Bay, Wisconsin the other day, and I really wanted to share that experience with you while I was there. Snow, cold, turtle effect. I just didn't like it. So I grabbed a load of some kind of yeast to come down here to Arkansas, and I'm going to South Carolina tonight, so it's going to be nice and warm and toasty. Screw Minnesota.
That's right.
Exactly.
Or Wisconsin or Iowa or, yeah.
Full Mental Jacket said Richard Levine, Health Secretary. Yep, exactly. Okay, yeah, I don't know why I was having a blank there. All right, so let's see. Doesn't look like we've made our
give it about 2 seconds. There it is.
We just did. Oh, it just clicked over. 100,000 likes. You guys are awesome. Incredible. All right, so I'm going to be signing off now on YouTube, X, Rumble, and Facebook, because again, they don't like us playing music on YouTube. So